Can I start? For the bra corset, you know, we are not going to have the bra at the back, so we are going to work majorly on the front bodies. And for us to have this, we need to do our on the bust tightening. And how are we going to go about that? First of all, try and check your nipple to nipple line. If it's accurate, mine is accurate, 9 centimeters. Then you will check your bust point. My bust point is 25. I have my bust point to be 25, so you would join it this way. Then have a straight line to this other side here, to the center front. So you have it this way. Then let's make a quick on the bust tightening for my waist. This I have my shape out already here. So the next thing for us to do is the on the bust tightening. So you mark where your on the bust is. Mine is usually in between 34-35. Sometimes I use 36. It depends on what I want to achieve with my clothes. So I'm going to go with 34. I'm going to go with 34, and you measure back so that you'll be able to have a straight line. This is about 7.5 inches. Then you have the same thing here. You mark a straight line. You make a straight line here. So our cup, we want our cup to be in between this side and this side. Don't forget to label your center front and side back. So the next thing we are going to do now is to measure our neck depth. Our neck depth. I'll give my 6 inches. And some really do want it lower than that, or let me just use this, my bust line, exactly like my bust line. Then from this bust line, you're going to mark. Okay, let me not use bust line so that you'll be able to see what I'm doing clearly. I'm going to mark between 1 to 1.5 centimeters, or better still, you use 0.5 inches. Please, it shouldn't be more than this. So I will just use 0.5 inches. Mark out like this. Can you see? Then mark the same thing here. Sorry. So we have our basic bodies for our bra corset, to draw out the bra corset. So right about now, we're going to have our on the bust tightening. And how do we do our on the bust tightening? We are going to measure our round on the bust, like the length from your shoulder to on the bust, shoulder to on the bust. Mine is in between, is usually in between 34 and 35, but I'm going to use 34 for this class. Then I will measure the rest to make a straight line. This is it. I've marked it there. This is just to make a straight line here. So this is it. And to make the on the bust tightening, you're going to measure on the bust round and also measure this place. I have like 26 here, but this is actually more than my on the bust. My normal on the bust is 80 centimeters. So 80 divided by 4, I have 20 centimeters. So I need 20 centimeters on this line, not 26. So how am I going to do that? That means I have excess of 6, like 26 minus 20 centimeters. That gives me 6. So I need to share 6 amongst this my pattern that is here. So I am just going to measure it this way. That's 3 centimeters, and I'll bring it back here to have 1.5, so that I will still have ease. So this is it. This is a straight line, and this is a straight line. When we start doing the contouring and everything, I am still going to curve this place a little bit, but let's just leave it this way. The next thing for us to do is to mark our neck depth. We're going to mark our neck depth. I'm going to use 6 inches. You can use 6 to 7 inches. Anything less than this 7 inches, oh god, you just want to blind their eyes for corset. So my neck depth is 6, and I am going to come in on my neck depth line by 0.5 inches. By 0.5 inches. Let me quickly add that you can either use 1 centimeter, 1.5 centimeters, or 0.5 inches. So it shouldn't be more than that. I am going to do the same here, just to make a straight line down. Just to make a straight line down the true waistline. So the next thing I am going to do now is to come in on the center front. This is my front side, and this is my side front, the center front and the side front. I'm going to come in by 3.5 centimeters. I'm going to come in here by 3.5 centimeters. So I'm just going to mark a straight line up. So 3.5 centimeters. So I have a sharp corner here and a sharp corner here. So right on the sharp corner, I'm going to measure 45 degrees. I'm going to mark my 45 degrees here. Then also this line, I'll make 45 degrees. There's my 45, and here. So I'll draw a straight line, and I will mark a straight line following through that point, the 45 degrees point. So the next thing I am going to do now is mark my, like, where I want the length to stop, and I want it at 3.5 centimeters, and at this point too I'll mark, instead of 3.5 I will make it 3.7 centimeters. Okay, so the next thing for me to do is to extend this, my midline up, like my dart line, up to the nipple to nipple. So please don't forget, the measurements between this side and this side is the nipple to nipple measurement. Okay, so on our bust points, my bust point is 25 centimeters. You can measure yours. So I have 25 centimeters. I'm going to be doing a lot of work on the bust point side, and the next thing for me to do, line, I'm going to measure it and divide by 2. So mine is 11 divided by 2. I have 5.5 centimeters. So I'm just going to mark the 5.5 centimeters and make my curve pass through it. So I want to make a curve down to this place and a curve down, then also right down the other side. So the first thing I'm going to do is to make a curve this way. Please note how I am going to place my hip curve. Coming back to this line, like make it a bit curvy, then blend the curve well. And just so yours can, it depends on the kind of bust you have, yours can be much more curvy than this, and please make sure it goes out well this way. Okay, and yours can be much more curvy than that. Okay, so the next thing for us to do is to draw out our curve, and our curve is going to pass through this contoured line here to this particular place. Then we are going to join the points here to this place, then back to the bust line. So here we have it. Okay, please make sure it's coming back. If you have a French curve, you can do with it, you can make do with it, and if you don't have, just do something. Okay. Okay, then I have a straight line there, and I can clean this line here. Okay, then the next thing for us to do is to change the direction of the curve and make sure this line joins to this line, then back. Back to this line. Okay, it's not going once. Okay, so now we have our bra cup. This is my bra cup, and the next thing for me to do now is to have a shoulder tightening of 180%. If you have my corset bodies video, you would see that we really did not specify the percentage, but we were told to go from the shoulder point to the neck point. So you can also do the same and check it out if you're going to have the same thing as this 180% shoulder tightening. Some people may not really be that busty, so you could also go as much as 200% shoulder tightening. So for my shoulder tightening, I have 180 divided by 100 multiplied by 7, which is 12.6, and I am just going to measure that out. I have 4 here, and I am going to measure the rest, taking 4 away already, then the remaining 12.6. this is 12.6. You can see that my 180% shoulder tightening is hitting back to the shoulder points. It's so accurate, like shoulder point to nape to the neck point. So we are going to just join back to this point here. You want to really make a tightening so that it won't gape, so before we tightening it, this is our cup here. We have our cup here. We extend the line and slash to point D. Okay, I'm going to slash to point D and hold our shoulder. So we have it this way. And the next thing for us to do is to draw the upper cup. We want to cover it up. And then we see some people having a cup like this, like if you want to have just like we have half bras, and you can go ahead and do the half bra, but for this bra cup we want it covered. It's not a half cup that we want to achieve, we want it covered. So we are coming this way down here. You can just be creative with your curve, and you know. And from this side we can also have any kind of style we want to come up with here. So I just want to have, I want to connect this line back, like I want to blend it. Because I want to follow this style. So I am blending it this way, and there will be a cut here. That means I am doing something like this. This particular piece is coming down. Okay. Then I'm trying to have a style like this. This is the style I'm trying to get. Then the clothes, the shape here. I hope we get this. So this is the kind of shape I want to get from this bra cup. If yours is not looking like this, it's either you are wrong or you are not, or that's the kind of shape yours is going to take. So check this carefully, and please, when you are joining it back, don't add so much allowance so that it's not going to bulge out. It's not going to bulge out. So when we are ready for the sewing techniques, we are just going to add 1 centimeter cut. 1 centimeter cut. forget your allowance. Okay, so the bra is out of the cup already. I mean the cup is out of the clothes already. So I'm just going to follow this line. Then I'm just going to cut this. So we have this scattered already, so it's very good we label it. This is the hop part, the hop. Just label it the way you would understand. So this is the up side one, then nipple side, up side two. This is my center front. You have to make it here too, so that you won't be confused when you are joining back. So we'll get our fabric now and make a cut on the fabric. After making a cut on the fabric, we are going to have a stay on it. You either use wadding or you would multiply the air stay you are going to use when you want to make your bra cup. So you will meet me in the sewing technique class. Thank you. For the back side, you are just going to do any kind of fitting you want at the back. You can also panel it, like create two dots at the back side. You can create two dots at the back side, like a dot here and a dot here, and you just extend the line up, and make sure your armhole, you know, your bra corset here stops at the armhole. Then from the armhole here